Why do you keep speculating in a space like this? Written scams and ruggers and things. Damn me, you be getting liquidated by pretend inefficiency and the useless tokens like this. Why don't you quit so that and they give you your bags and shout that there's some money? Shout till it's just a lie, it's just a real call. I can do say how deep in your eyes, embrace the light. Come let's hang around under the light. I'll have it for you, embrace the light. Finish some more, so look at the light. Embrace the light, motherfucker.
Welcome to another important episode of the Lite Hour live stream. I am your host, Raphael, and of course, this is Flippin' Finance. The Lite Hour live stream is a Litecoin dedicated live stream that we host on the Flippin' Finance page every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 5 p.m. EST. But today we have a special episode, and we have two special guests, of course, today. One of them is Yuli Kay. Of course, she's going to come introduce herself in a bit, and she's our new sound money influencer. She just joined our community. Is actually very an exciting development, and one that I really can't wait for us to get chatting. And of course, we have Aztec, the guy himself. We're talking about the sound money guy, the lit VM guy himself in the building. So of course, I'm gonna be bringing them up in a bit. So you guys, if you're joining us from if you're joining us on YouTube, you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe to the Flippin' Finance page. Or right now, if you join us on X, of course, you know to go follow the page so you do not miss any episode, I guess, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 5 p.m. EST. Don't forget about that. So I'm going to be going ahead to, I'm going to be bringing up our guests right now in a bit. I just want to give them a bit of an applause. Okay, let's give an applause. Okay, I think I have the applause. All right, let's go. We've got the sound effects here. So that's that's the applause as I bring them up to stage. So what's good, guys?
Hey, GM.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see your faces.
Oh yeah, same.
Yep.
You hear us well? Oh, good.
Yeah, I like at the last minute, Raph, I actually got it fixed. I couldn't hear anything, and I thought it was like some kind of weird technical thing, but it was just me. I just needed to switch the speakers down here.
That could be no sound money instead of sound money.
Good times. Really got jokes.
That's cool. All right, that's cool. I want you guys to like go ahead. I mean, Yuli, can you go ahead to like introduce yourself to the audience, especially those that might just be like encountering your videos or you for the first time. So just go ahead and give them a quick intro of who you are.
I'm kind of nervous. My heart is beating because you called me new Litecoin influencer, new sound money influencer, and I'm like, I'm just like getting started. I'm just getting started. I hope people here will not think I'm stupid, and that's my fear right now.
Oh, no. No, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, overall, I'm a video content creator. Right now, this is my main thing, and I create not your average video content, but I'm trying to find different unique approaches. So I would say it's like edutainment. I'm trying to educate people, but also in a fun way and something that like is just less boring because our attention span is too short. So again, I'm just trying to juggle around this and find the ways how to make education interesting. I've been in this space since early 2021, working with different projects. It was community management. It was mostly marketing later. And now I'm just into content creation, video content, and live streaming.
Wow. That is one very massive introduction. I think I like that. And by the way, I've seen some of your videos, and also I think I've seen some of your streams as well. I really like the style of your videos. And by the way, I'm probably going to copy your videos because I like the thing you do where you change the angles. I will be stealing that 100%.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because that's actually Yeah,
Cool.
it's actually very cool. I'm gonna recommend y'all guys in the chat, like y'all can go see some of the videos. They're really cool. I really like them. The whole edutainment thing, I really get that from your videos. They're very high quality, high engagement, or I don't know how to put it, but yeah, it's
I'm not
nice. It's
high.
nice.
I'm
You
just
get
high energy, all right?
of course, of course. I don't know, Aztec, you want to do like a little intro for, like, I don't know, maybe because we have some of our Yuli's audience here, so they might not really know us. So you just give them a little intro.
Sure. I'm CSO at Lunar Digital Assets. We're a full stack blockchain venture studio. We help to incubate Polygon, QuickSwap, and many others. And I am the co-founder of LitVM, the first Litecoin layer 2, fully endorsed by the Litecoin Foundation and Charlie Lee. And I'll just cut it there. But I want to say, Yuli, I love your content as well. Raf, I love your content. I think you guys are like genius level, with your content. And I also really like, Yuli, how you started with this like introduction to Litecoin and follow my journey, because when I talk to a lot of people in the sound money space and they ask me, well, why Litecoin in the first place? And I start, telling them all the reasons why. Uh, I think the perfect place that I can now refer them to is you, and say, look, if you want to start your journey, you can go ahead and start with Yuli. So I think it's really smart what you've done.
Thank you. I just wanted to do it in my own like natural way. I'm not pretending to know things that I don't know or to believe in things that I don't believe in before anything. But I just figured what I really can do, and I wish I started earlier. Just simple DCAing into Litecoin, Bitcoin. This is just a no-brainer, and like I don't lose here like at all. So to me, it's simple.
100%.
100%. And I don't know if I can just bring up the video. I think I saw the post, which was the, I don't know if it's the post you're talking about, of the
Which
introductions,
one?
the introduction to Litecoin, the one that Aztec did bring up, just mentioned.
I can just explain
I'm trying to
even.
look
The,
here.
the video was simple. It was basically about me saying like, hey, like follow my journey. I decided to put 50 euro into Litecoin every single week,
Oh
no
yeah, I
matter what.
remember.
Like I don't care what's happening on the market. I don't want to know. It just
Yeah, I
I'm doing
remember.
this and I'm committed.
Yeah,
It,
I
it
I
will be
remember that. I think I liked it.
Yeah, it'll be educational, because I don't want to share too much. You only drop too much alpha here, but I know that you're probably going to like help people find out, what wallet,
Yes,
works, and all these
100%.
other like starting points
Yeah.
that people need, which is so foundational for everyone's journey into sound money. Uh, believe it or not, I get a lot of those comments asking, what do you use? What wallet, what cold storage? Do you use centralized exchanges? Are you using decentralized? What's available? So your journey is going to be perfect for everyone in those that have those questions.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll be happy to serve people. Finally, I can feel like I am bringing some value, not with just good vibes and cute pictures, but also some educational content. And maybe that would help some people that, for example, for me, sound money means something that I can invest even smallest, like tiny almost invisible amounts right now, but it will just stack, step by step. In the future you will see the result, and it is extremely boring. I gotta confess, it is something extremely boring, but every successful investor is saying that this is the way to go and this is the right way to do. Like the boring things is something that will not make you rich overnight, like, hey, ChatGPT, can you make me rich overnight? No. I mean, you can be rich today and you can lose it all tomorrow. But if you're building your wealth step by step, it's building wealth. It's um just your journey to freedom eventually, not just like today I have Lambo, tomorrow I lose everything or whatever.
Yeah. That's absolutely fantastic. By the way, I want to know, have you been getting active in the Litecoin community space, like being seeing posts from community members? I don't know, like Master, Toad, we've got a lot of community. Have you been exploring the conversations been going on in the Litecoin community
Not
since
that
you?
much yet, but what I noticed is that mostly, all right, not 100%, but mostly 99.9% people are really supportive and excited to see a new community member. And most of them can be patient with me. I trust that. Because again, we all start from something small. So yeah, I would really ask people to be patient with me and not expect to bring up the Litecoin white paper right now and go deep dive into tech stack. But I do know that Litecoin supply is 4 times bigger than Bitcoin's, and it's fixed, and that Litecoin is pretty much same as Bitcoin, but Bitcoin was created as store of value, and Litecoin is, money that you can actually spend with all your clear conscience. You can invest, you can spend and use, and Bitcoin we do not touch it, not yet.
And speaking
Yeah.
of like the community members, the supportive, Aztec is one of the most supportive dudes in this space. I can attest to
One
that. Like
hundred
this
percent,
guy
yes.
is fire. This guy is
One
fire. Like
hundred percent.
he
I
I
wanted to
wouldn't
help.
be
already.
here. Like I wouldn't be here without Aztec. So what can I say?
Oh no, no way! You both are legends, and you guys are gonna 100x over uh this cycle. I still think it's a bull cycle. I know it's like ugly out. Like I looked at the charts today
It's
for the
an
first
ugly
time in a
bull.
while, and I was like, oh okay. But no, I think it's still bull. And yeah, what I notice about this industry is we have people all around the world working together for to create all these awesome things. And the
Mhm.
way that I've learned to create long-term friendships and um, build amazing things, because I've had the pleasure and the honor to be able to be part of many things. It's just that you always pay things forward, you help people, and when you build things and you help people, like the next thing you know, they're you've built something big, or like you've helped someone and then they help you, when you really need it. And so I think it's just trying to stay close to the ethos of this space. And if we all kind of do that, this space is going to also 100x.
Yeah. Real human connections instead of,
Mhm.
again, I always wonder why instead of lifting others up, some people still choose bring them down. Like, I mean, it's kind of simple to me, so I don't understand.
It's the crypto Twitter, it's the X algo. It basically like pays you to rage bait. So
Kind
you
of,
see
yeah. Or
a little
And
engagement
bit.
farm.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the crazy part about it is I remember back in 2021, like the algos actually favored if you're like positive, because like 2021 was all about wag me, we're all gonna make it.
Whack me.
I was just
Haru
starting. It
to the
was so
moon.
wild.
Bro, it was ultra positive. It was like if toxic positivity ever had a meaning, it
Yeah.
was 2021 crypto ecosystem, because like negativity was just swept under the rug. You couldn't rage bait. I tried it, by the way, because would have multiple accounts and we try to rage bait. Back then it was NFTs, lots of NFT projects out there. So you're gonna try to rage bait some and just see if you can get some engagement or not. Nothing. But if you're positive, it was gonna go up. But right now it's like the entire CT is hell. It's like a rage sells right now. And the person that is being rage baited as we speak has to be CZ. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the CZ tear down posts everywhere.
What now? What now?
What
Did I miss
Oh,
something?
I did
oh,
I don't know, man.
everyone's been going after
Does he
CZ.
deserve it though?
What?
Does
Y'all
he
haven't
deserve it
seen it?
though? No, I haven't. What's going on, man?
Like it's the fresh one.
Bro, like everybody in this space is
Damn.
dragging the living life out of CZ. It is ridiculous to see.
I'm
I don't even
chronically
know.
online, but I didn't see like what happened 2 hours ago. I see something 2 hours ago.
It's been going on for days. Are you serious?
Ah,
It's been going on for days. Yes. People have been talking about particularly 1010. I mean, we all saw what happened on October 10th, that ungodly
Yeah.
destruction of wealth, all the liquidations. And so people have been bringing up screenshots, and essentially people are claiming that a lot of things went on, and the core of it is, of course, Binance is manipulating the market. Oh, CZ is this, send CZ to jail, whatever. That's what people are essentially saying. But then people are actually coming out and they're bringing screenshots of their accounts, essentially their liquidation prizes at the day of the event. And it's showing, they're bringing multiple screenshots showing that it was tampered with, or it was altered, or something like that. And it's just, it's a huge thing that's going on, and CZ came out to defend himself, and he's blocked some people, and it's just been a whole like war everywhere I look. It's almost, maybe it's because I'm in the camp of people that have kind of been looking at Binance with my left eye, like yo. And so maybe that's why my timeline is flooded with posts like that. But I'm actually surprised y'all haven't seen any of that.
Well, what I did see is I was talking to a couple people on Spaces, some big wells and different things, and they got all this inside information. And what I heard is that some of these large, I won't name any names, but some large centralized exchanges partnered up with Wall Street to try to unwind Bitcoin. And a big part of that was because they wanted to create FUD with strategy, which is Michael Saylor's Bitcoin strategy. And then if they could unwind Bitcoin a bit, that might unwind Saylor and then crash the price. And then they're pretty strategic, because they were looking at the fact that a lot of people believed that this was the end of a 4-year cycle, and that people would be either tax loss harvesting and also just selling because they thought it was the end of the cycle. So then they paired the strategies with these selling events, and it caused a cascade. But I think they failed at that. And then even recently I saw some news about, because another big FUD piece was that Michael Saylor's strategy company was going to get delisted from, I forget the acronym.
Yeah.
But that came out.
MSTI, Morgan Stanley Index.
There
thing.
you go. Yep.
Yeah.
And that came
that.
out. Well, it didn't happen. So I think a lot of that FUD got resolved. But now, there might be new FUD, so I don't know.
The MSTI stuff has to be one of the, I don't know, Yuli, did you hear about the MSTI stuff?
No, not really.
Oh, it was huge. It was very
But
huge. It kind of like came out.
How did I miss it? When was it?
Okay, so 10. I think it was actually Morgan Stanley that came out with the I don't know, I think it was a motion to kind of like deliberate whether or not they're gonna continue to include MicroStrategy in indexes. So because there was this talk about MicroStrategy probably getting added to the S&P 500, which is essentially just gonna like give them some level of escape velocity. It's just gonna continue to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, essentially. So 10 they released this it's a deliberation whether or not MicroStrategy is going to get included. And it was much later, after 10 people really started discussing about it. But essentially that was one huge FUD piece, like Aztec said, that was on the head of like the whole space, because it's like, oh yeah, is MSTR, or is MicroStrategy going to get excluded from the indexes? Because essentially if it gets kicked out of the indexes, I mean, you can imagine what that's going to happen, what's going to happen to the price of MSTR, and in turn what's going to happen to the Bitcoins you're holding. And so that was there for a while, and it just got, it's almost like the JP Morgan textbook manipulation. They absolutely just moved past it. I think they, from my own memory of what I saw, I think they just essentially waved it away, and they decided not to make a decision on it. How convenient. Just how convenient.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, that's essentially.
FUD rules it all. But we also like on another hand, like Aztec mentioned, the cycle. It seems like the cycles are not the same anymore.
Absolutely. Like,
We gotta get used to new reality.
yo, Aztec, what are you thinking about? Like, do you think we're inside? Are you wait? Because obviously, it's like now on what Yuli just said right now. Like, there's
Yuli put
there's
me in
two
the hot
sides to
seat.
this.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no. I'm gonna put it. There's three sides to this for what I've said, right? And by the way, we've got Master in the chat. Yo, Master, what's up? Shout out to you,
What's up,
Master. Shout out to you for
Master?
joining. Absolute freaking legend, right there. That guy is a legend in the space. He's like the most bullish Litecoiner ever, and it doesn't matter what happens to the price. It's still very, very bullish, and still one of those among us that are like really believe Litecoin can get to like 10K in a few months. Absolutely phenomenal person. We've also got UV Star Baby in the comment. Hola, shout out to them. So yeah, like what was I saying? It's like there's three camps I'm seeing, right? There are people that are telling us that we are about to get shmooed, and that doesn't mean anything, by the way, just for effect purposes. We're about to get destroyed by the market, and we're being baited into thinking that there's probably more to the cycle, but the cycle is over. And then there are people that are saying, oh, we're in a 6-year cycle, which they probably brought out of their behind. I don't know where the 6-year cycle is coming from. And then there are people that are saying we're in a super cycle. Which camp are you guys in?
I'll stick you first.
Well, I guess what I've been theorizing is that we're in a super cycle still. That a lot of the FUD and the kind of weak hands that we're selling at the end of last year, a lot of those coins or tokens are basically transitioning to stronger hands. I do believe that the strong hands of this cycle are the institutions. They are loving this dip. Also, when I look at the chart, so I did a technical analysis video roughly like 14 days ago, and the price has moved in the opposite direction of my last thoughts. Because I thought it was going to go a little bit higher than 97K, 100K, and then start moving up to 108K. But it's actually come back down to test a major support right now, which we're actually at a major support right now.
The one that's around 84K, right? Because it was like I saw today, it basically touched and then bounced back.
Exactly.
Did it bounce?
It bounced
did it
just
bounce?
a little.
A little, yeah. Tiny bit.
Yo.
Yeah, so like I think
Okay.
like we're probably I'm still bullish. I don't think anything there hasn't been a major something fundamentally that's changed, and there hasn't been like a major support that's been broken in many bull markets previously. Bitcoin's prices consolidated in 30 to 40%, and then we've just kind of ground our way out and kept going. So I think that's still where we're at. That's what I'm going to hold to.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I feel that's reasonable. I'm just staying bullish no matter what, because I think that's the way. That's like, a positive person and a realistic person. I would rather just be the positive person and always try to see the good side of the things, unless something like geopolitically, like something awful happens, which I hope will not happen. Really hope
Right.
so.
Absolutely. Personally, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm optimistic or pessimistic about this market right now, but I'm gonna say the metals going parabolic and Bitcoin just acting like, nah, I ain't interested in none of this upside. That actually it freaking sucks. I'm not even gonna lie. Every time I open, XAG, XAU, I'm like, yo, get the bro. Y'all aren't done. Like, what's okay? All the boomers are about to get wealthy, and we're about to get like, what is going on right now? Okay, my grandma doesn't hold metals, by the way, but like some grandma out there has probably outperformed every crypto bro in existence right now by multiple factors. Now, that is not something that I like to see. Okay, that doesn't make me comfortable. And the metals chart looked like the world is about to end. Because why is silver pumping like it's a meme coin or something? Okay. And I look at that, I'm like, okay, I don't know what to make of any of this, right? And I just think it's being essentially part of the allure that actually brings me to Litecoin, and makes me like a Litecoin believer, is the fact that I understand this thing is moving on its own. It survived largely without interference. The protocol doesn't pay anybody, right? So the coin is here because of this natural community that has developed around it. And essentially, if you just you think about that, right? The chances it's going to continue to stay alive and grow and thrive over the next whatever years is much higher than something else that is like handled by a close knit circle of devs, and they probably need to pay this particular project or that particular project from the protocol to survive. And so like the odds of Litecoin staying and being alive for much longer, regardless of market conditions, is much higher than like 99% of projects out there. And so like that's just one thing that regardless, I mean, Litecoin's price to go to 30 right now. I'm like, since it really doesn't matter to me, because again, markets when the time is right, market's gonna do what markets does. And essentially that's just what that's the mentality that I've sort of like been adopting now.
I gotta ask you something
to this current market, whether or not we're in a super cycle, a 6-year cycle, or this is the bear market. It doesn't matter to me. What's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah, Raf, I got to ask you this. There's a theory going around that gold and where did Raf go?
I'm not sure if he can hear you, but
I'm not sure either.
what's happening?
Yo, my dad called. My dad called for a second. How can he call me right now of all times? Yeah, but I had to just give him a little message to call me later. Okay. I missed what you say. What you say, bro? What you say?
Oh, okay. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So there's this theory going around that the liquidity that's been moving into gold and silver is now going to start flowing back into crypto. And when I look at the chart, I fully see what you guys are talking about. Gold and silver actually are going parabolic. Like if you go on the daily and the weekly, you can see from like January of 2023, gold has really been making a move upward. And then from May 2025, maybe even like April of 2024, silver has started to make a move up, but they're both parabolic. However, if you look at the long-term charts, which I'm currently looking at, you can see that the momentum indicators are starting to cross down, and that there was a major dip today on both. Now it was bought up, but it kind of shows some indecision, I think, in the direction of the current of the gold and silver market. So do you think that theory could be true, where a lot of this money starts flowing back into crypto?
Yep. And by the way, silver dropped today like it like Pepe Frog or something. I don't know. Like silver dropped like a meme coin. I saw that. I'm like, holy what? Like 10% in like 30 minutes. Like what is going on? It's almost like Wall Street bros have been trading a little too much crypto. With the way silver and gold is moving nowadays, those drops are diabolical. Like I've never seen drops like that before, ever in like TradFi. And personally, though, I've been monitoring LTC silver because I used to pay attention to LTC BTC all the time, but it just caught my attention that LTC BTC doesn't have any pattern. It's just going down. It just bleeds. There's nothing going on in LTC BTC that like can suggest whether or not we're going to keep going down or whether or not we're going to reverse or anything like that. And it just caught my attention that maybe I should look at LTC silver or something, right? Because most people look at like other indicators and all of these things, but me personally, I believe all of these indicators that are like wildly used just because of the Cobra effect, right? Because everyone's looking forward to them or everyone's looking at them, can just be massive avenues for distraction, and without actually providing any quality signal. I mean, if the alpha is in front of everybody, then the alpha is in front of nobody. And so I just looked at LTC silver, I looked at BTC silver, I looked at a few, like, commodity alts. I mean, these alts that have been traded before 2017, and essentially you see that a lot of them had been caught up, especially Litecoin. Litecoin has one of the best charts against silver, by the way. It's sort of like being in this down, descending triangle against silver. And I plotted it on stream as going back to 2017. So it's like 8 years plus descending triangle Litecoin's actually been forming against silver. And I called it right at the point where we started breaking down. We're still about 1.7 silver per Litecoin. And right now we've crashed so hard all the way to 0.6, I believe, or 0.56 silver per Litecoin, which just shows, a lot of people look at it, right? I mean, there's a lot of logical reasons to assume there's no rotation happening between them. I mean, these Litecoin, Bitcoin, these things are moving on chain, and silver and gold, these things are actually physical. I mean, yeah, of course, there's also the paper silver that's actually being traded more than future silver. So like, it's very hard for people to like picture a concept where these things are actually changing hands. But again, commodity bros are the ones trading crypto, right? The TradFi guys trading crypto are commodity bros. It just doesn't feel like much of a stretch to assume that there's going to be some rotation happening between these assets. It just doesn't appear to me as much of a stretch. And when you look at how structured Litecoin's chart, and not just Litecoin, right? You look at the main coins that have actually like been existing for very long. They have properly structured chart against these commodities. A lot of them have been breaking down. And so, yeah, it's just something I felt like when I looked at it, there's probably going to be some rotation happening here. And yes, I'm very positive that there's going to be some rotation happening when the metals are done booming, or maybe before they're done. Actually, a lot of people are waiting for metals to top. I don't think metals top and crypto follows. I think crypto starts catching up, and then metals top, and then attention shifts, and then crypto starts going parabolic. Everyone's going to get caught off guard. It's a brutal game. Everyone's going to get caught off guard as well, as usual. And so, yeah, I'm very positive that I'm very optimistic that we're probably going to see a rotation from the metals. But yeah, it's not all coins are going to get it.
Yeah, I agree there. I just have to ask your opinion as well, Yuli.
Well, I just noticed on my timeline as well recently that a lot of crypto people were posting about commodities, uranium, copper, and then silver, gold as well. And some of the CTE maxis were like calling them out and like, what's happening with you people? Like, why the heck are you trading commodities right now? Like, you're supposed to trade crypto only. But I believe what Raphael said is true, that we're gonna see the change soon. I mean, it can just, gold and silver can just grow exponentially all the time. Even though I think I saw today someone from JP Morgan said that gold would be like 8K soon. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see that, but that's what I saw.
Wow, 8K. That's a big move from here.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't listen to none of those TradFi outlets when they put these guys. I remember Standard Chartered said that Bitcoin was going to 200 plus K 2025. If I find my way to the front of a Standard Chartered, they're gonna have to answer some questions. Okay, they be throwing pie in the sky targets. It's almost like they're deliberately doing it. Whenever I see any of them give a price forecast, I sigh and I just look away. I don't believe those guys one bit. One bit.
I'm only looking at Master's chart, man. I want to see the chart with like my coin, and then boom, parabolic.
bro. That's gonna
I love
be
those
crazy.
charts. That's
I
what
need
we
to
need.
see those
We
too.
need.
Do y'all believe that like parabolic moves in crypto space is done for? Because like I see a lot of people that have the sentiment that like parabolic moves in crypto is done. These assets are now worth, I don't know, several trillions. For Bitcoin, at least more than $1 trillion, and for Ethereum and the rest, like several $billion. So like parabolic moves are like done. It's over. Are you guys sharing that sentiment?
Yuli, you go first.
I mean, I don't really think so. Again, I can't say that I'm like super experienced, but I've been in this space for almost 5 years now. So I just like I didn't take my lessons before, but I've seen it all. I believe I've seen quite some times when people thought that everything is over. Everybody working at McDonald's, panic, 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 and then there we are so back. I love this meme. Like, we are so back, it's so over. We are so back, it's so over, and it keeps going like that. Yeah, no, it's not over. Come on, like, we've been there. It's gonna be fine.
I've got my
100%.
McDonald's. I got my McDonald's hat. By the way, I'm resuming tomorrow.
No,
So,
don't give up.
no, it's okay.
Yeah,
I got the
actually,
J
like,
word.
what'd you say?
I got a job. I got the J word job.
Oh,
That's
there
a
we
very
go.
sensitive word
9
nowadays.
to 5.
It's
Ugh. Sorry.
Actually, in crypto, I just work 24/7. So
Yes, exactly. Same. Like, we gave up 9 to 5 to work 24/7, early morning, late night.
yes,
y'all come to my McDonald's. I'd be a good waiter.
awesome, man. It sounds good.
We'll leave you
Sounds
some
good. There's
tips.
no
We'll tip
Yeah,
you
but
well.
Aztec, wait,
We'll
Aztec,
tip you in
you're supposed.
Litecoin. I will stack my Litecoin and I will be sending you tips in Litecoin.
Yeah, that's the way.
there we go. Pay for some
Yeah, Aztec,
Let's go.
yeah,
what?
Aztec, you're supposed to, like, you wanted to chip in on what we're talking about, like, just now.
Oh yeah, parabolic. So no,
Yeah.
I think there's still many opportunities in a way. If you look at a lot of the legacy assets that have ran, they have gone parabolic. You can look at uh, Dash, Monero, Zcash. These are all high market cap
Hmm.
crypto assets. They're in the top 100. They had little parabolic moves, some much larger than the other, like Monero and Zcash. And so if a major, multi-billion market cap asset can go parabolic, then others can as well. However, I wrote a research and thesis for Litecoin, and it included my thoughts on like the general market, that I believe that most of the liquidity is going to like trusted assets
Hmm.
over the next 5 to 10 years. And so I think those parabolic moves are mainly going to be in things like Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, Bitcoin. So my thoughts are that yes, definitely there's going to be plenty more parabolic moves, and there's a lot to look forward to. But it's probably in more blue chip assets, but of course, I still believe also that there's still going to be a chance for kind of like smaller caps to really run, like those 1,000 X kind of moves. But
Hmm.
I think that those will be dApps or chains that support the the uh the blue chip assets, like Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, or do something that is part of the new kind of like crypto blockchain system for institutions. So like maybe like a DeFi protocol, something in privacy, something in AI, that's not known very well now, but plays such an integral part in the future and is a smaller cap. Those could still run because they will become so important for the new system. But I think most of the money is going to come from institutions, and those institutions are looking for trusted assets. So like I always point out with Litecoin, that it has great GTI, so growth, trust, and innovation, and institutions love that. So I think Litecoin's probably the next thing. Like Masters charts, I do believe that at some point it's going to catch up. You're going to see Litecoin just kind of going sideways and consolidating, and then you're just going to get a parabolic move. Uh, so some people think Masters charts are crazy, but I don't.
So it's a perfect time
Abs-
to DCA. right now.
Oh my gosh. Anything under
It's just
yeah.
stack.
Yeah, like you're stacking sats, and I think it's brilliant. I'm hoping to see you catch like a 50x on Litecoin from here.
I really hope so. Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah, we got a question from Mario 700K. And by the way, for those of you joining, this is the Light Our live stream, like one dedicated live stream, and we've got our guests here. So if you have any question for Yuli or Aztec, of course you guys can drop in a comment, and of course we're gonna the person's gonna respond to it. But yeah, we've got someone who's asking, light strategy almost under $1. Do you think it's gonna be delisted soon? Now, I don't think I'm qualified to give an educated response on that, my brother. I don't know much about those stones. The only thing I know about is a crypto. That's the only thing I know about. Okay. Wait,
I
brother, is it going to be delisted soon?
I'll jump in. I don't think so. Light Strategy has a really solid team behind it, great advisory board. In my opinion, the digital asset treasury scene, it had this parabolic move. There was a ton of excitement. There's always a cool off. And then, I believe that digital asset treasuries are still going to be important because there's still many people in the world that can't buy crypto directly, maybe because they're a company and there's some type of regulation or whatever. So if they want exposure to the underlying asset, they'll go through Light Strategy. And then some people will just be bullish on the strategies that Light Strategy may, create or their business model or whatever that they do. So in my opinion, the digital asset treasury space had a little cool down, but it's only going to grow further. And Light Strategy has the perfect asset under on their balance sheet, which is Litecoin. So once the Litecoin meta starts cooking even more, and there's a lot more moves in the Litecoin scene, Light Strategy is going to be a beneficiary of that as well because they hold Litecoin. So I don't think they'll get delisted, and I think they have a really bright future. It's just like Luxfolio, they're holding Litecoin on their balance sheet. They are starting to mine Litecoin. So I think these are really bullish, seeing these digital asset treasuries join the Litecoin meta. And I don't think they're going anywhere.
Yeah, and I just want to chime in and say I'm not gonna bet against the founder of Citadel. I think he had an $18 million stake in Light Strategy. I'm not gonna bet against that dude. Okay, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna bet that whatever that dude has money is gonna get delisted. I just said I should say that. That's perhaps the only thing I can add. But yeah, solid response from you, Aztec. I hope that answers the question, Mario 700K. But yeah, essentially that. And I think, do you think this Stratify guys, right? Because just talking about the CEO of the founder of, oh my God, Citadel. I just forgot for 1 second. My brain. Anyways, do you think these guys are actually going to be able, because again, just segueing, just taking it back to that conversation of whether or not we're still going to see parabolic moves, because people are sort of like working under the impression of, oh, the TradFi guys, these guys are people that, they grind their, hedge funds to just squeeze out like an 8% a year return for the fund. Like that's essentially what their strategies are around. Like the idea is like these people, they're gonna like get like a 2x from a coin and they're gonna be like, boom, I'm out. Nope, I'm eating. I'm out of here. Get me out of all positions. So that's kind of like the mentality people are like going by. Say, oh, we're bringing these guys in. They're not gonna be like degen, like the traditional like crypto bros that are gonna be like 1,000x up, and they're gonna be like, nah, we still got another like 10x inside of it. I'm gonna hold. So that's essentially like the framework they're operating for. Like, do you guys see this like affecting anything, or do you think the TradFi guys are probably gonna have to morph into like degen, the degen way, and they're just gonna be going 1,000x? No, not enough. 10x more. 10x more. What you guys think?
Yeah, Yuli, take it away.
Have you guys seen this ad? It was probably a month ago or so that Solana had this ad about, kind of like parody on institutional guys, and someone else also posted like great marketing video. That it was basically, wait, who was it? Like there was, or maybe it was like Podgy Penguins as well. The penguin in a suit, and we just what I'm gonna say, like it may sound stupid for now, but the point is that this degen style culture, it's getting there already. It's getting there, and like you know, even the fact that Solana ringing the Nasdaq bell and all that stuff. Oh, no, the and New York Stock Exchange bell and all these things happening, and Van Eck having pudgy PFP,
Mhm.
senators having pudgy PFP. That already means a lot to me. I don't think there's like they just gonna say no, 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 we're not gonna do this anymore and just get back onto that. So I think it's already happening. Let's see.
I agree with Yuli, Raf. Like it's 100%. I don't think it can say much different there other than, you know, crypto, blockchain, it's contagious. I see that most of these older systems are actually going to be built on top of blockchain in the future. And all these technologies are converging. And so I think that TradFi guys are becoming crypto bros in a way. And that I also think that crypto bros will slowly mature a little bit more. So like they won't
Hmm.
be as degenerate over time. There's still
Hmm.
going to be degeneracy everywhere. But I think we are also as a community becoming more mature. So like, cause like Yuli was just talking about earlier, how we're seeing our friends talk about metals. We never seen our friends talking about metals. Like it was like, what meme coin
Exactly.
or, Bitcoin or, Litecoin, it was always one side of the crypto spectrum, but now people are talking about real estate and
Yeah, tokenizing our
yeah,
RWAs,
yeah,
tokenizing everything.
100%. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like, I think we're like kind of coming together. We're kind of,
we're
what's the
merging.
merging? Yeah, we're with them.
Kind
I
of
think
scary, but exciting as well. I mean,
Yeah, 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 yeah. It
I
is.
think looking at silver and looking at gold, like like we're just saying, right? What if the reason these things are actually like absolutely parabolic is because like these guys, crypto is boring. They've probably been, they love the excitement on crypto, and it's like rubbing off. Because like I'm not joking. I've never seen like even the S&P 500 is acting like a meme coin sometimes. Sometimes it just jumps like 10% in a day and crashes like 10%. It's like, yo, are you guys trying to steal our emote? Like this is the crypto thing. This is the Bitcoin thing. Like when do y'all start moving like this? And then the metals metals are now moving like crypto. I mean, I'm not gonna be shocked if I wake up tomorrow and like, oh, silver's $170. Happened over, and I'm like, oh yeah, no shit. That's just how it's gonna be to me. But yes, I think you guys are right. We're probably. I don't think these TradFi guys are gonna just say, oh, they're gonna become paper hands who just sell after like 10%, 20%. I think we're still gonna have a lot of them that are like gonna maybe
yeah.
not be degens, but are gonna be like, I mean, who wants less upside, right? That's how I look at it.
Hmm.
Like these guys, they want more money. They want more money. And if they believe, they can find a way to get this thing to 100x, why would they settle for 10x? It's all about the money for them. So I do think we're still gonna see like parabolic moves, and just like because parabolic moves, the way I look at chart, right? The charts are not just like automated price systems. We're talking about a human behavior. It's just a representation of human behavior, and like humans always get over their head when it comes to things. And when something is going up and it's going up, people always get over their heads, and that's what just gets represented in the chart. So I think we'll
Yeah.
always get parabola. Undervaluation is going to create like a price repricing, and then repricing is going to start getting people to become confident, and confidence builds overconfidence, and overconfidence builds parabola, and then everyone gets, the bubble pops, everyone gets sent back to reality, and the cycle is just going to continue to repeat itself. But yeah, like Aztec said, it's most likely going to happen to this blue chips, and I think like Litecoin has one of those asymmetric opportunities, because like it's 5 billion. I mean, look at Bitcoin, right? Has been elevated to this pedestal. It's like 1.7 trillion. I see Bitcoin more like a proof of concept for Litecoin. It's essentially, that's why I'm always excited that Bitcoin like breaks new highs, because it's like every single high Bitcoin is breaking is a question of why shouldn't Litecoin be here, or where should Litecoin be relative to this. And that's why I feel like that upside really exists with Litecoin, because it's not something you have to like think, okay, we have to imagine where it can go. Like Bitcoin's already there. It's the same network. Litecoin's actually growing when it comes to adoption compared to Bitcoin. The network effects is happening on Litecoin. So like that asymmetric upside just exists, and Bitcoin continues to make the case for it. And that's part of why, like, bro, this game can continue long enough. I'm just gonna play patiently. And yeah, like when it happens, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be very crazy. And like, yeah, Master's chart is gonna like look very normal when you start seeing these things happen, because repricing will always be valid.
I need to see that legendary chart that you guys are talking about.
Oh, bro, that chart is imprinted at the back of my skull, bro. Like Master posts that chart like 3 times a day, every day.
I'm gonna go and check it out after our
It's good
live.
marketing.
Yeah, it is, bro. Like that guy is part of the reason why I got interested in Litecoin, to the point where I had to like look at the fundamentals, because like when I see his price chart, when I saw it back then, this guy comes out and I'm seeing a lot of people saying, "Oh, Litecoin to 1,000, Litecoin to 2,000." I'm like, "Oh yes, this goes for 2,000, yeah, 3,000 fair." And then I see Master Litecoin to 40,000. I'm like, "No shit." Now what now, what's this guy on? And like that sort of like made me go really check. And then I found why Litecoin as well. Really great guys now are not gifted, super educative stuff that it provides. So yeah, I think the master charts are very nice. And I also like the fact that like there's a logical argument behind it. Is it perfect? I can't say, but there's a very logical argument that is actually like back in this framework, and I like that.
Definitely. I agree,
Cool.
brother.
Cool. Let's stack more. Let's stack and wait.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, again, as I said before, like it's probably gonna be boring, but all that's boring wins at the end.
Maybe more boring on the Bitcoin side, but I think Litecoin's going to not be very boring over the next 5 years.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good
Litecoin has a
prediction.
culture. Litecoin has a culture that I think like is not boring. Like Litecoin is not super. I mean, yes, a lot of the people here are like older, but like Litecoin has this allure to be able to capture like much younger people, and it's just exciting. So I see what Aztec is seeing. I definitely.
They are also like from the main profile. I noticed that the percentage of memes is really higher recently, which means intern is really doing a great job.
Intern is cooking.
I was always wondering, still new to the culture, like white chicken. There's a lot of
Aztec,
chicken.
Aztec, I'm gonna have to pass that over to you, brother. White chicken.
So a rise chicken is and I might be wrong on this, but from my understanding, rise chicken is something that Charlie Lee came up with. So Charlie Lee has had like several memes that have kind of been immortalized throughout the entire industry, really. One is the Vegeta, Dragon Ball Z, a Litecoin meme, and then he has a Goku as Bitcoin. But Arise Chicken, that comes from Teen Force, something Teen Force. It's an old like TV kind of I'm losing the word I'm looking for. Not anime, not comics. Basically, it's an older show on TV that had a funny meme about a chicken and this wizard that basically brought it to life, and they said like a rise chicken. But I'm not an expert on that one. That's as much as I can tell you on that one. I wrote a thread about it when I was researching it like a while back, and I've forgotten like some of the pieces. But basically now everyone says a rise chicken, and it's a bullish phrase that we use, to kind of like rally the troops and get everyone bullish on Litecoin.
So it's like a symbol of resistance.
Yup. A rice chicken.
Rice chicken.
So like once price starts rising again, I'm sure we're gonna get like a lot of a rice chicken memes. Like I feel like, because yes, just to back up Aztec, all I know about a rice chicken personally was like back in 2017, it was like huge. Whenever Litecoin was pumping, you'd see like on Reddit, on X, everyone's going a rice chicken. So like yeah, very culturally relevant Litecoin. Very it's a legendary culture
When
piece.
are you in crypto, both of you? Since when?
Bro, no, I'm not 2021, bro. Like it's just history. I'm that guy. I read history and then I talk about it like I was there. Like, you know what happened back in 1947? I'll tell you that. But no, like Aztec's been here much longer. I'm just like I'm this baby as they get. Like 2020 as like my proper introduction, kind of like 2019, but like proper introduction to like using the chains and understanding what these things are. Because 2019 was more like there was this company that I was working for with my mom, and then they had this their coin that they were trying to market. And it was essentially big promises of they're going to build city, blah, blah, blah. I think they found a kind of sub Bitcoin. I was like, okay, let me make my own coin. And yeah, it was that. And that was where I kind of knew it first. But 2020, that was when I actually really got into the space and understood it. But yeah, Aztec, go ahead.
Since 2016, I was like a gold and silver guy. And I stumbled across Bitcoin and Litecoin. And then I bought Litecoin as my first coin, because I was very new and I didn't realize that you could buy like fractions of Bitcoin at the time. And so I wanted to have like a bunch of coins. So I bought, a bunch of Litecoin. And I think like my first buys were like on Kraken back in 2016. But yeah, it's been a big journey, because I went from, hard money, sound money, reading about decentralization, and then after that found John McAfee, privacy, and then smart contracts and interoperability, and it kind of led me all the way full circle back to Litecoin, where I started with. But I really think that a big reason why I've returned back, because so many people have asked me, like, why Litecoin, or why are you building this? And I had it, like, when you're just building something, you don't really think about it. You're just making steps. You do a lot of research, and there's all these reasons, at the time, when you're in the present. But I started thinking about it more recently, and I think what I was looking for is a way to bring this entire industry back to founding principles and take us to the next level. Because I'm kind of a strategist, a cypherpunk. I like predicting what's going to be the next big thing. And I noticed that so many people were disillusioned in our industry and blockchain. The casino had been burning people for so long, and that we really kind of needed, something to take us to the next level. So, my thesis there was, how can you marry founding principles with all the awesome innovation, bring it together? And that's, like the short story of why Litecoin and
how I met Litecoin.
Yeah, how I met Litecoin and why I'm building LitVM.
Beautiful.
Yo, that is so nice. Like, that is so spot on. Like, the sheer number of people that are like disillusioned in the entire crypto space. Everything's a scam. Everything is a shitcoin. Oh, and now, like, that's what's made like the Bitcoin maxes, the loud-mouthed Bitcoin maxes amongst them, like super loud-mouthed, because like, oh, now they got to like revel on that. So I told you Bitcoin only. Like, yo, buying all this other coins now. You see, it's Bitcoin only. And I feel like it's the point where people are in fact disillusioned. And Litecoin, I agree with you. I think Litecoin is gonna be in fact like the next big thing. and it's just so obvious. And I think that's why it's also so difficult. It's just because it's so obvious. It's not going to be an easy game. But yeah, I do think Litecoin can become like something big. And imagine the kind of conversations that's going to be happening when things start like going, positive, and things start going parabolic, and we're seeing that expansion in people discovering it and people understanding it. I mean, it has the ability to literally attract all of the people that have felt like wronged by this space in one way or another, either being rogged by a Solana meme coin, or whatever it is. And essentially Litecoin is just like providing them
and the
a way for
institutions.
exactly. So Litecoin is essentially like offering that escape for people that have that are tired. And Litecoin is fairly distributed. No one's gonna rug Litecoin tomorrow. And yeah, that's gonna be something very huge for a lot of people in this space. Like, what can you trust that you can hold for like 10 years and the devs are not gonna like screw
Yeah.
you over?
That.
Yeah, Yuli, what was the first coin you ever bought?
Actually, LTC was among the first coins I ever bought. I didn't know much about it, and I didn't hold back then, unfortunately. But it was among the first ones. Ethereum, a few sats, of course. Dogecoin. there was a bunch of things I bought, but yeah, back then I didn't really understand much. I was just like, I had a part-time job as a community manager, and the rest of time I was just trying to dig into different like airdrops and test nets. Trying to make some money on all the different activities, and none of those actually worked out. So I kind of wasted my time, but hey, there we go. Here we are, starting all over again, and I hope that this time I will do it right. So better late than never, they say.
Good learning
Yep.
experiences.
Better late than never. My first coin I ever bought has to be Ethereum. Besides the Ed coin, it was Ed coin is the actual first coin I ever bought. But like, since nobody in the world besides me and my sorry self knows what that coin is, I guess it's irrelevant. And the first proper coin I bought was Ethereum because it was on their platform. It was a very funny thing. They had only 4 coins on their platform. It was Etcoin, it was Ethereum, it was Bitcoin, and then there was XLM. So those were the coins on their platform. And so it was Etcoin, and then I swap it to Ethereum. And Ethereum was dead cheap back then. It was like $100 and something. This is like after the COVID crash that I started buying Ethereum. It was very, very cheap. And yeah, when I discovered Litecoin was much later. Actually, it was when Forex started booming in Nigeria, and everyone is like, "Yo, we're gonna make money from Forex trading." And I'm like, "Hold on, I'm not gonna trade Forex because like all your Forex gurus are liquidating their accounts." But most of them didn't know how to fund your Forex accounts. I knew how to use crypto. I knew how to use Binance to get this coin. So I'd essentially get their Naira, convert it to Bitcoin, and send it to their Forex, and then they fund their account, and I keep the fee. And someone just told me to use Litecoin because it's cheaper, and I used Litecoin, and it was cheaper, it was faster, and it worked, and it just made my profits even bigger. And so yeah, that was how I got into Litecoin, and I started seeing Litecoin for the first. That was my introduction to Litecoin. So my introduction to Litecoin was actually like utility. It was very useful for me, quite literally game changer. And so reintroducing it, getting reintroduced to it much later was just like me finding out, oh yeah, this dude, the rest of the market is down, you're not down. Okay, anything that is making sure you're not down, there's something probably special about you. And since then, it's been a gradual grind to the point where last year I got into the space, and I've essentially been following my conviction and building in this space. And I'm excited to be here building alongside people like Aztec. We've got Master, we've got Chikun, we've got Matt Solid, we've got the Litecoin Foundation guys. We've got all this wonderful people in this close-knit community. 84 million, by the way, also are wonderful people in this close-knit community that we're part of. I think it's very exciting. And now we have you, Yuli, in the space. By the way, we everybody in this Litecoin space as a content creator that I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aztec. Everyone is a dude. Like the refreshing breath that we have, someone that is
What?
not a dude in this space. It's just testosterone everywhere you turn your eyes. It's just testosterone, testosterone. We finally have female energy in this space. Thank
Woohoo!
God.
There must be someone else. There must be someone else.
Is
Maybe,
there is
maybe.
okay.
There's a lot more females,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
They're making content. That are making content. Okay, yeah, there's Litecoin Lisa. Oh, Shiba you. Like, is she
you're in
making
trouble.
Litecoin
You're in,
content though?
you're in trouble now.
I'm in trouble.
Yes, I
Oh.
see. Yeah, she does. She does Litecoin posts. Um, there's a couple, uh, but yes. I mean, it's great to have Yuli here and all of her energy. So I'm excited to see more content.
I will do my best. I will do my best.
We we I gotta go, guys. I apologize.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm kind
that's
of
okay.
getting sleepy as well. It's
Of course,
10
we're
p.m.
probably
for me.
gonna. Yeah, we need to wrap it up in like 2 minutes or so. So I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know if there anything you guys just want to chip in, or I guess that's it.
I
I
just want
guess
to say
that
thank
we're just gonna
you
call him.
for you guys being here, hanging out, talking. I'll chop up some of the content and send it to you guys, and then we can use these as like pieces of content as well. And I just can't wait to see you guys continue to grow. I know things look pretty bearish, but I think we're all going to be doing a lot better in months to come. So
You just gotta stay patient and consistent, as always.
yes, exactly. It's really nice to meet great allies like you guys.
Thank you, Aztec, and thank you for basically bringing me here again. As I said, probably wouldn't be here without you, and I'm happy that we got introduced earlier during X Spaces. So that's amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you, Rafael.
Sure.
You're a great host.
Yeah, it
Ah,
was fun.
am I?
Yes, you are.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I try. And by the way, like sentiment is like so trash right now outside. There's quite literally like 11 of us left in this space. How are you guys coping with that? I just had to chime that in because like there is nobody looking at any crypto post besides like the same like 25 people something. How are you dealing with that? Like Aztec, like what's that been like for you?
I think for me, engagement is actually, it kind of goes up and down, but uh, it seems to be growing for me, to be honest. Like I don't really, I know that sentiment is very low. Like it's even in like my chats and different things that I have, chats or like at work with Lunar Digital Assets. A lot of people are bummed out about the market, but from like an engagement standpoint, there's just a lot of people that are really interested in sound money, Web3 and Litecoin and a lot of the stuff that I talk about. So I haven't seen, I feel like it's just growing, brother. Like I think it's going to be like that for all of us. There is a bit of a dip maybe like overall, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to continue growing from here.
Yeah, what's it like for you, Yuli?
Yeah, I mean, I saw again like a few posts in a row from different people saying that like market is dead, CT is dead, but I also believe that you kind of see what I don't you attract. No, I wanted to say you attract what you are, but that sounds too bad.
You
Maybe
attract
it's
what you
just
want
like
to see.
sometimes if you get caught in like that negativity loop or something and you just keep kind of tracked in that energy. I don't know how that works. It's just for me, I
Sure.
still see other hustlers, talented content creators on my timeline, just people who do not wish to give up. And thank God I see less AI slop and Info5 farmers. Like, that has been a relief. I don't know. Maybe there are some people that will disagree and say that I'm bad. Please go ahead. But personally, for my timeline, I find that extremely helpful. So yeah, it's been really nice. And again, I'm doing my thing. I'm creating content. I'm thinking how to create better content and better and better. So I'm only focused on that. I do not really see the negative side. So it's gonna be great, I think.
Please continue to make better and better content because I'm definitely gonna be stealing some of your content style.
Please,
I'm gonna
please.
copy. I'm gonna copy because I really like people who do like creative stuff because then I get to like use them. I just do
It's
that, and
not
I guess
copying, it's you're getting inspired. So I inspire you. It's not copying.
that's what's up. That's what's up. That's exactly what's up. Anyways, anyways, guys.
Amazing.
I mean, we're just gonna wrap it up. But for me, by the way, it's like maybe because I post a lot of charts, I post a lot of price, and I remember like 5 6 months ago. No, 6 7 months ago. I have to. Sorry, 6 7. Oh my god, I'm ashamed. Anyways, anyways. Uh, yeah, about like a few months ago, right? I
Clip
post the
that.
same I post the same thing, and then like I see the comments, everyone's like positive. It's like, yeah, 70% positive, and of course we have the Litecoin hate bots that are gonna come. Oh, you're dumb, Litecoin or something. Now when I post like charts and I'm talking about stuff like it's like 80% of people are like, even people accounts that I've recognized that were positive about the markets before. It's like everyone's like churned like right now. It's so hard to see because like it feels like we're at the Hey God, I don't know what the English is. You understand what I'm trying to say? We're at that point where things might just turn around, and that's when a lot of people are like shutting the doors, getting out of space. It's a
Yeah.
little sad to
Always
see,
like
but
that.
I'm very excited that like we
The
are
picture,
here.
remember the picture of the guy mining diamonds, and then there's
Yeah.
like a thin wall
Oh
left,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
he's like,
yeah.
wow.
I
Yeah.
just told someone about that recently, a really good friend of mine. I'm like, and I was just trying to encourage him, because I really think this is going to be a good year overall. And so it's funny, Yuli, that you brought that up because I just brought that up as well. I I I agree with you 100%. We're like so close to probably a major parabolic move, and a lot more people joining, and
And
so
taxi drivers
right
asking
there,
you about Bitcoin or telling you about it.
it's all coming. We haven't even had a real euphoric part of this season yet. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 And
I
on
agree
that
with you.
positive note.
yeah. All right, guys. Much love. I got a hop, but I hope you guys have you guys are having, I don't know. I think it's night for you. It's afternoon for me. I hope you guys have a great day, night.
Thanks,
Yep.
Aztec.
Great
Have a
night.
great day.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Aztec. Appreciate you. I just want to say shout out to everyone who's come here to support us, who's come to and I'm gonna add, like, it's so great, it's such an honor that we get to be building right now when everything is down, sentiment is down. We're essentially the last of us, the desert walkers right now that are grinding this space. It's such an honor. Like, this is something we're gonna think, look back at in like 3 years, and we're gonna be like, oh my god, we actually like stayed and we did all of these things back then. So yeah, very excited to do that. So like, yeah, shout out to every single one of y'all who's actually joined the stream and supported us. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to you, Yuli. You're an absolutely wonderful person. 10 out of 10 personality, just like Aztec. Shout out to you, Aztec, bro. You know the vibe. You know the vibe. I don't need to talk much. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for showing up and for us having this wonderful conversation. So I guess with that, we can sort of like call it a day. And by the way, I just want to say something. I want to say, for those of us that are in the audience, I have to give my guys at 84 million just one shout out, of course. If you want to get Litecoin merch like mine, these guys are my friends. I really like to support them as much as I can whenever I can. So I have to shout them out. Oh my God, I think I just got rugged. Okay, am I here?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah, a
you.
little bit.
Am I
agree
here?
with you.
Can you guys
I
hear
love
me?
84 million merch.
Oh my God. Yeah, of course. So you guys go get merch from 84 million in case you want to get some Litecoin merch. I had to give them a shout out. And I believe with that, we can call this space over. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.